Mitosis here, casting some CasterMuse Star League Season 4. This is from the round of 16 and Group C. This is the final match. One of these two players goes on to the coveted round of 8 single elimination bracket. All right, in the top right, we have, or the bottom right, sorry, we have none other than the generally aggressive Zerg, Sacsri. Already had some great matches so far in this tournament. In fact, doing a great job against Sharp earlier. And in the top left, we have Rush, one of the best Terran players in the world. The map is Shakura's Temple. Very excited to see how this one gets played out. I'm not sure what style Sacsri's going to go for. With Rush, I've seen him do pretty much every style. He's one of the more flexible Terrans that we have basically out right now. Like, he's really willing to do mech builds, to do 1-1-1 sometimes, to do SK Terran. It's a big range to his play. Sacsri, again, I generally, I don't want to put him in the box of being an aggressive Zerg, but I generally think of him as an aggressive Zerg. He definitely is someone who attacks a lot and likes to keep the pressure on in that way. You don't think of him as someone who's just trying to hide behind sunken colonies every game and get defilers and things like that. More likely he'll do some scuffles early on. Well, all that being said, they are cross spawns, so aggressive plays wouldn't be as strong in this type of situation, generally speaking. It looks like a barracks, and we'll see if he takes his gas right away or not. If he takes his gas right about now, then it's going to be a mech build or a 1-1-1. Otherwise, it should just be a straight-up bio build. And yeah, it's looking like it's going to be some marine medic play, most likely. Sacsri throwing down his hatchery right away, and we'll see. Yeah, it looks like he'll be taking his gas. So this is timing for a 2-hatchery Zerg. Whether that's going to be something cheesy like Lurker, it doesn't seem very likely. That's a very rare build to see at pro level. Or something more aggressive like the Mutas. We will check out. Now, I guess I'm just waiting to see like which type of bio build that Rush wants to do. Is he going to do an Academy Rush or a little more econ heavy later Academy? You know, it basically, what it comes down to is, do you build your Academy around 4 minutes, or are you building it at like 3 minutes and 30 seconds? And that makes a world of difference for when you can move out and when you can attack. So we'll see about that. He has scouted out what's going on here for Sacsri. And let's see where is this going to go. He's building additional Marines. Second barracks should be coming up now. SCV just kind of scout around. Everything looks really normal over in Sacsri's base. Of course, Sacsri hasn't really been able to scout him very much yet. But, yeah, the SCV just staying alive as long as possible. If you can stay alive until the layer is done, it's incredibly powerful. You can do cool things like make extra SCVs instead of comsats, and for instance, you'll know if it's Lurker or not very easily. Like, you only need 1 scan instead of 2. There's a lot of things that happen. Like, you don't need to build a bunker if you keep it alive. It's gigantic if you can keep that SCV alive for that long, but every good Zerg can, over time, get damage on that SCV, so eventually it goes down. Oh, a little missed hit there. Yeah, Zergling speed going to be finishing pretty quickly here. Ooh, the juking and jiving. The drone actually came out to try to get that kill, and now the SCV is going to get stuck. Yeah, at that point, there's nowhere else to run. He's been cornered. So he gets killed off, but he saw no Hydralisk Den up here, no Hydralisk Den here, so he knows that it'll be Spire, or the Lurkers would be so late that it would be the worst thing in the whole world. So he can kind of play that blind a little bit. We can see that the Academy going to be finishing up relatively soon here. And I don't think he's really going to have any timing to move out with Marines and Medics, you know, before the Mutas. Like, he might be able to move out halfway and try to pick off some Lings or something, but that's about it. Sacsri throwing down his third base. It's a relatively common place to put your third base. And you're going to have to maintain map control as Zerg because of this third. Notice how wide open it is. There's no choke going into it. It's not up a ramp or anything. So you either need like a ton of lurkers and sunkens here, or you need to maintain map control. And that's, I mean, again, at the like pro level, that's basically what your option is here as Sacsri. You don't want to just try to make static D all over the place. All right, so as you see, just the little push out. He's trying to just pick off like a couple Zerglings if possible. But he knows that the odds of getting across and getting any damage done are almost zero because it is cross spawns. Muta's being made. That single sunk in as well, just in case. You never know. When Terran takes this type of forward position, a lot of times they'll send some Marines to the side and try to send them in sneakily when you're not looking. So the single sunken helps out a lot with that. Also slows down the Marines if they do some crazy wild dive. Notice that, yeah, he did get just the singular scan and getting the second one a lot later. So he was able to squeeze out a couple more SCVs here due to keep that SCV alive for so long in the main base. Range on the way, +1 on the way, getting his turrets up. Everything looking solid for Sharp, or not Sharp, for Rush right now. Sacsri, we see on the production tab here, he is getting +1 air attacks. So definitely going to be focusing really heavily on Mutalisk harassment. Only a handful right now, so he's got to be careful about that. And also, he has to keep tabs on where the bio is. Like I said, he has to keep map control to be able to win this game based on where his third base is. Because, like, if you try to put lurkers here, how many lurkers do you need to hold that? Like 4? At least 4, I would say. And that's too many. So, whereas, you know, on a ramp, you need 2. Okay, the Muta's starting to fly in a little bit, hitting anything they can. But of course, he's flying around, making sure he's keeping track of where these Marines are. Oh, he has a very good group now of 10. All right, pushing him back. Rush, trying to stay in the center of the map. Very solid play from both sides, really. This is pretty standard. Some scans going down. He's figuring out, okay, where am I looking to attack, possibly? Oh, maybe a pre-stim there that he didn't want, but trying to push these Mutas back a little bit. That's a whole group of Mutas now. Ooh, ends up killing a couple of them. Very good. Only loses a single Marine. That has to be painful for Sacsri, who's focusing all of his income on Mutas right now. All right, picks off a medic, which is a good kill. Doesn't lose an additional one there. Sending up 2 more Mutas. 11 is the full group, so that's what you're looking for. His +1's going to finish relatively soon, so he's going to kill the Marines a lot quicker then. Flying around. Now, this group needs to get reinforced really soon. I think it's about time for him to walk it back and then meet with this one. You have to be really careful because, you know, if you lose a group like this, then Sacsri's going to be able to take you out. Look at this. He's bringing more Mutas. He's bringing Lings as well. He wants to fight this group alone. Here comes the other group, though. Whoa, reinforced just in time. And notice how Sacsri turns his army around. He was going for it. See, he's looking for that opportunity. Oh, my God. I love it. I love it. These two are just... It's like they're playing their roles beautifully. They know exactly what they're trying to do. They know exactly what their opponents are trying to do. And they're doing their best to come out in that situation on top. Now, Rush has gone for a couple starports here. Adding double barracks afterwards. He's only been on 3 barracks this whole time, which is part of the reason why he's not being as aggressive. All right, the Muta's attacking into the 3 turrets, but the Marines are right here, so they will easily push that back. Definitely a bit of damage. Loses, what was that, 2 or 3 Mutas for Sacsri. It's not the end of the world, but I think he was hoping that the Marines would be already moving out on the map. And if they were, then maybe he can kill the turrets and start killing off some reinforcing Marines, force the Marines back, and you gain an advantage. But wasn't the case there. We have to talk about this for a second. Look how many turrets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 turrets here. 8 turrets. That is craziness. But, I mean, you're not going to see a Muta's attack here, huh? I guess this base is safe. We do have the Lurker upgrade on the way. Another scan goes down, so he's going to see that likely that's the case. Sometimes Zergs will make that, but just continue to produce Mutas. Based on how far up the tech tree that Rush is, I think that, like, he knows that Sacsri has to make Lurkers at this point. The Mutas are not going to last. 2 vessels on the way. Irradiate just getting started as they're about halfway done, which is just about right. which means when Irradiate comes out, these mutas are not going to be anywhere near as useful. So he needs that tech switch badly. Looks like some Hydras coming up to become Lurkers. But I gotta say, this has been really nicely done by Rush so far. We do have that Queen's Nest coming up for Sacsri, so he's gonna try to get to Defilers. But I feel like there's gonna be a very nice timing here for Rush. He should be able to walk out on the map with 2 Irradiates and a couple of groups of Marines with 5-6 medics. And that's going to be a very powerful army that I don't think that Sacsri can fight at the moment. Maybe when these late 8 Lurkers finish, if he makes a few more rounds of Lings, he might be able to kind of try to batter them back. All right, a huge amount of mutas coming in here and trying to hit some of these Marines. They're just trading as best they can right now. Any Irradiates that go down can be devastating to this group. They've already taken a lot of damage. All right, he's actually sending out 4. He's trying to bait and Irradiate. Yeah. Very well done. Splits that one off. Takes as little splash damage as you can really get. 4 stacked on top of each other. Look like enough that you want to irradiate it as Terran. Okay, he's run around with 8 Lurkers. Oh my god, he's going for a backstab. But the Lurkers actually pathed poorly here. He was trying to get them to go this way and 2-walked up this way. So Rush saw and now comes back. Stims attacks into the Lurkers. And a great irradiate on those mutas. He is going to slaughter the Mutalisks. Already a lot of the Lurkers have fallen, and Sacsri's just going to GG Rush with a clean game to go on.